Welcome to the Lighthouse of Lost Time, a gentle bedtime story designed especially for people who find it hard to fall asleep. Each chapter will guide you deeper into calm using carefully crafted imagery, soft pacing, and mindful language to ease your thoughts and settle your body. This is your time to let go. There's no need to rush, no need to think too hard. Just let the story carry you like a quiet tide. If you enjoy this journey, be sure to follow and subscribe so you never miss a night of rest. We'd also love to hear from you. What kind of story would you like to drift off to next time? Let us know, and we'll craft something just for you. Now take a deep breath, and let's begin. Chapter 1. The fog begins to lift. The sea was quiet but not still. Waves curled like soft questions against the hull of a small boat. In that boat sat Eliot, a man with tired eyes and a head full of noise. The lighthouse in the distance flickered once, as if winking through the thick, silver fog. He didn't remember setting off, only the sensation of wanting rest so deeply it felt like a tide pulling him. As the boat nudged the shore, Eliot stepped onto sand that sparkled faintly, like the surface of a forgotten dream. The air was unusually soft here. Each breath slowed him. Even his thoughts, once racing, now wandered like sheep across a lazy hill. The lighthouse loomed above, not foreboding, but familiar, like a memory half-remembered from a story told long ago. Eliot walked slowly. The path up the cliff was lined with sea glass and feathers. With every step, the world became quieter. The only sounds were the hush of the tide and his own steady breath. You too are walking now, beside Eliot. Let your shoulders soften, let the corners of your mind relax. There is nothing to do here but listen and rest. Chapter 2. The Library Without Clocks. Inside the lighthouse, the first room Eliot found was circular, lined wall to wall with books, no clocks, no windows, just shelves that curved inward like the inside of a conch shell. The books had no titles. When he pulled one out, the pages shimmered, filled with scenes from his own life. A birthday party at 5. A walk in the rain at 17. The way his grandmother's kitchen smelled at dusk. He opened another, a moment not yet lived, a morning on a mountain. A hug he hadn't given yet. The scent of someone he had yet to love. The books hummed gently, as if purring. A velvet chair sat in the center. Eliot sat, and the room responded by dimming slightly. The pages of an open book turned on their own, whispering memories in a language made of light. Here, time had no meaning, no urgency. You may sit too. Sink into a chair that molds to your comfort. Feel the weight of your spine ease into rest. Breathe. Let the stories read themselves. Let your thoughts become pages turned by wind. Chapter 3. The Room of Gentle Echoes. The next room Eliot entered had no walls, only curtains that moved with a rhythm softer than any breeze. The floor was moss, the ceiling, stars. In the center, a stone bowl filled with water reflected not his face, but his feelings. Rippled blue for sadness. Warm amber for nostalgia. Lavender for peace. Eliot sat beside it. The echoes began, not sounds, but softened versions of his own thoughts, spoken back to him in a voice one octave calmer. I am tired, he thought. I am ready to rest, the room replied. I carry so much. You can set it down now. You may sit by the water too. Let your thoughts surface. Let the room answer. No judgment, only reflection. No doing, only being. Let go, let go, let go. Chapter 4. The Mirror with No Reflection. Further up the winding staircase, Eliot found a narrow room with one object, a tall silver mirror. He stood before it, but it showed no image. Instead, it glowed softly, pulsing in tune with his breath. When he exhaled, it shimmered. When he inhaled, it stilled. This mirror did not show appearance. It showed presence. Not who he looked like, but who he was beneath all of that. A warmth spread through him, not pride, not sorrow, but something deeper. Recognition. The mirror spoke not with words, but with knowing. You too may stand before it now. Feel how the air acknowledges you. Not for what you've done, but for simply being here. You do not need to prove or explain. You only need to breathe. Let the glow of your existence be enough. Because it is. Chapter 5. The clock that ticked backward. In a room where the wind always blew inward, Eliot found a clock. Its hands moved counterclockwise. Each tick reversed something small. A worry, a tension in the brow, the tightness in the chest. With every backward beat, something eased, time unwound. Not in chaos, but in calm. Eliot lay on a hammock in the center of the room. Above, constellations rearranged themselves into lullabies. He remembered a childhood nap under the same stars. The scent of a blanket dried in sunlight. The sound of bees through window screens. You may lie in the hammock too. Let the clock reverse your restlessness. Let the hands sweep you gently back. Back to softness, back to stillness, back to sleep. Chapter 6. The Ladder of Clouds. This room had no floor, only mist below, and a ladder made of light stretching up into the unknown. Eliot climbed, and with each step his thoughts grew lighter. The steps whispered as he passed. Release, unravel, unwind. He looked down, the fog of his day melted into stars. He looked up. Nothing but peace. He climbed until there was no more ladder, only air that held him, and sleep that welcomed him like a home he never knew he missed. You are climbing now, each breath a step, each blink a rung higher. Let the weight drop behind you. Let the sky hold you. You are almost there. You are safe. And you are ready to rest. Chapter 7. The Chamber of Forgotten Names. She was not a person, not exactly. More a presence, dressed in starlight and silence. She tended the upper chamber of the lighthouse, where the ceiling opened into the sky. When Eliot entered, she did not speak. She nodded once, then gestured to a bed, large, round, and covered in blankets made of fog and wool. Eliot lay down without question. His body knew it was time. The keeper of sleep moved slowly, placing small glass vials around the bed. Each contained a sound, a river in autumn, a sigh in the dark, a heartbeat. She opened one, and then another. The room filled with soundscapes, softer than dreams. Eliot's breath slowed, his hands unclenched. The keeper touched his forehead lightly, like a whisper made flesh. Rest, she said. You have remembered enough for now. Chapter 8. The Garden that Grew in Moonlight. The next room Eliot found was filled with drawers, each one labelled in handwriting that looked oddly familiar. He pulled one open. Inside were letters he had never written. Letters he had wanted to send but hadn't. Some to people he loved. Some to those he lost. A few to himself. He opened one. Dear me, it began. You are doing your best. even when it doesn't feel like it. He smiled, tears gently forming, then fading. It felt good to hear what had never been said. Each letter, once read, dissolved into light, and Eliot let go. What might you write if no one had to read it? What might you feel if no one judged it? Let that feeling rise, and then let it pass, like ink turning into mist. Chapter 9. The Whispering Staircase. Down a winding stone path, Eliot reached the edge of the sea. But this tide was unlike any other. It whispered, it responded. When Eliot stepped into it, the water rippled in rhythm with his breath. He spoke aloud, words not planned. I miss you. I'm sorry. Thank you. The tide did not judge. It simply moved forward and back and forward. You too may speak if you wish, or remain quiet. The tide will hear either way. Let it carry what you no longer need. Let it bring in only calm. The salt on Eliot's skin tasted like closure. Chapter 10. The Lantern Room. Through a hidden hatch, Eliot discovered a garden. It grew in complete silence beneath the lighthouse, fed by moonlight that passed through quartz. The plants glowed faintly. Lavender, fern, moss that smelled of memory. He walked barefoot along a soft path. Each step grounded him. The garden did not ask anything of him. It just was. He touched a petal. It pulsed gently. The air here was thick with rest. If you feel tension, let it melt. In your forehead, your neck, your chest, down to your toes. Feel the weight leave you. Feel the earth below hold you. Eliot lay in the moss. He could hear the heartbeat of the planet. It matched his own. Chapter 11. The Driftwood Door. In the smallest room of all, Eliot met the archivist. She wore robes stitched from sleep. Her eyes held galaxies. Your dreams, she said, have been kept here, safe. She showed him shelves of glass orbs, each containing a dream he had forgotten. Flying above cities, talking to animals, being weightless and young. She placed one in his palm. The dream poured into him, a wave of light and soft confusion. He laughed. It's all still here, he said. Yes, she replied. It always is. Chapter 12. The Tide That Listens. Eliot returned to the top of the lighthouse. Everything was still. Everything was full. He sat beside the glass again. The sea below breathed slowly. He did not need to move, or fix, or change. He simply was, and you are too. Feel your breath, in and out. The day behind you, the night before you. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to carry. Let it all go. You are safe now. Chapter 13. The Light That Waited. The light in the tower never came on. It didn't need to. The lighthouse itself had become the beacon. Not a signal to warn, but to welcome. Inside, Eliot slept, deeply, gently, timelessly. The walls hummed in rhythm with the tide. The wind curled around the tower like a lullaby. Stars blinked softly above, and below, the world dreamed. If you like this story, please subscribe and follow for more. Let me know in the comments what kind of story you'd like to hear next. Sweet dreams.